I have been debating on starting a YouTube channel, and I'm coming to you barefaced for a reason. I am very nervous right now and self-conscious, and I'll tell you why. I wanted to do YouTube and I wanted to do makeup videos, and I do post on my Instagram and Snapchat, and I try to be confident, but what you see in front of you is what has made me not want to for a long time. And I'm trying to love myself and be barefaced more, and a lot of the times when I'm talking to my friends I do this, and I try to cover up, or I put on a Snapchat filter or anything that I can, or I'll move my hand where I have a major breakout, and I won't talk to people and I won't look them in the eyes, and I'm gonna stop. And I hope I can inspire somebody else to start a YouTube channel, and I'm gonna dive into this like head on. And I'm just gonna ride the wave, and I want to do it, and I want to inspire somebody. And I have a lot of hormonal issues inside my body, and it makes me have really painful cystic acne, and it hurts. And I don't need you guys to comment below and tell me what I need to wash my face or what to use. I've tried it all. I've been to the dermatologist. So now that we have that out of the way, I have 2 great kids. I want this to kind of be a genuine get to know me before I just dive in and start posting videos and you're like, who is this lady talking to me that I don't even know her name? My name is Bethany Brooks. I am 25 years old. I just turned 25, May 27th. I have 2 kids. I was getting sidetracked. You need to know who I am before you know my kids. I have 2 great but rambunctious boys. My youngest is, I feel like he's a carbon copy of myself. He is me in the form of a 30-pound chunky 1.5-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old that is a feral animal. I think if I left a little dog bed in a water dish with some food outside, like, he would be okay. Is that sad to say? If so, oh well, because that is my oldest. I have been married for almost 6 years. In a couple of weeks, it'll be 6 years with my high school sweetheart. We've been together almost 9 years, since sophomore year of high school. And I want to go ahead and put a disclaimer that I am sorry if I ramble and I get off track and confuse you. You'll learn that is me. I am a spacehead. I'm a typical blonde. I'm going to use that stereotype because I'm a blonde. I can. Anyways, as I was saying, I've been married to my husband for almost 6 years. June 30th, if anybody else has that anniversary. We've been together since sophomore year of high school. It's been a wild ride. He is in the military. He's a firefighter. I'm just going to throw that in. I'm probably not going to talk about that aspect a lot because it kind of consumes our life. But I do fully support him. He's a firefighter. We have firefighter memorabilia all around our house. It makes our house our house. I love it. I love him so much. I love supporting him. I have been here before. He joined our end of our junior year of high school. He went to MEPS the first time. We graduated high school June 7th, 2013. Got married June 30th, 2013, and my husband left for basic July 9th, 2013. And then we've been on this wild ride ever since. Just 2 kids, newly married. And then after basic and you went to the fire academy in San Angelo, we got orders to Guam, and we went to Anderson Air Force Base, and then we spent 3 years there. I had my oldest son there. It's a beautiful island. I wish we had taken advantage of it more while we were there, but we were young and like I don't know, like, you miss family, but it's such a beautiful island, and I would go back in a heartbeat. And then we went to Cannon Air Force Base in New Mexico due to mix-up in paperwork. I would avoid that base if you can, but we made some really great friends. I loved my house there, and now we are in Louisiana at Barksdale Air Force Base in Bossier City. So far, I really like the area, and that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I have one more thing because I forgot. I had my youngest in New Mexico. Clovis, New Mexico is where Cannon Air Force Base is, at the Presbyterian Hospital there. If you ever have Dr. Cross, he's amazing. I wish I could bring him everywhere with me. And let's go on because I'm being spacey again. So, well, I'll just talk about what I want my channel to be. After I had my boys, motherhood is amazing. I know a mother cannot perfectly describe what it is like to be a mother because it's a unique journey. You have your own journey. My journey led me down a road where I was taken over by depression, anxiety. I could not leave my house without worrying about if it was in a car accident, if my son would get out okay, or blah blah blah. My mind was just full of these scenarios, and it was overtaking me, and I didn't know what was happening. I thought, I was going crazy. That's bottom line. I'm going crazy. I'm that typical girl that has children and then I snap. And it wasn't until I started talking to friends and my mom is amazing. I want to do a video on her one day. That I finally realized that I had postpartum depression, and it does make you have anxiety. And it totally changed how I feel about motherhood and society. And my husband tells me that I kind of turned hippie-ish because after I had our oldest, I started cloth diapering. I became more environmentally friendly. And thinking back now, I think I was keeping my mind busy with these things because I was battling these different demons. Because if I focused on other things, I didn't have time to feel depressed or think about the different scenarios in my mind on if I leave the house, this will happen. And if I don't leave the house, this will happen. And I kind of just started letting it go and just occupying my mind. And I hope somebody can find that. And that's how I started doing makeup. My husband deployed last July, from July to January. That was the longest 6.5 months of my life because he did not come home on the date. They never come home on the date. And I was left with 2 kids. I did not work at the time because if you are married to a military spouse, a lot of places don't want to hire you because they know you're not going to be there long. They know that one of your spouses cannot take off work or will be gone for training or deployment. So you're stuck with, I have daycare during this hours, but what about when daycare's not open or they're closed or my kids are sick? So it does put a damper, but I found a job while my husband was deployed, and I'm thankful for it, and I was able to work. And ladies, if you can work, it helps your sanity. You love your children, but you need adult time. You need time for your mind and your soul and your body to recharge. And those moments, those years that I thought I was doing okay and I was gliding by, and this whole time I didn't talk to my husband. I didn't really. It caused fights, arguments, and I would just blow it off because here's my spouse that is in the military and is a firefighter, and he sees things even when he's not deployed, when things happen on the base. There's stories that would break your heart that I probably shouldn't know, and I know because I've witnessed it and I've lived on the base and been there during certain calls. So how can I express my feelings to my spouse when he's seeing this on an everyday-to-day basis and then deploying to a Middle Eastern country and seeing it 10 times fold, it's just, I just kept it. I kept it inside. And then when he was gone, I finally told him everything I was feeling and everything that goes in my mind, and I felt trapped. And I needed something. I needed something again. Like, things weren't that I used to do before. Like, things I do for my kids. And I'd focus on this. And I'd be in this Facebook group. Or I'd do this. It wasn't working anymore. It's like a drug addict. You find a drug. You use it and use it. You get that high. And that high's not working anymore. And that's kind of how mental health is. Like, you either suppress it or you find something else. Or you just keep living with it. And when my husband was gone, I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd do my schoolwork, because at the time I was going for my bachelor's degree in elementary level education. I'd put my boys to bed after I'd do my homework, and then I would just sit in bed, and all those thoughts and darkness would hit me, and my husband wasn't there. I couldn't touch him or hug him. I couldn't really talk to him because it was like a completely different time zone. So when I was going to bed, he was getting up and going to work. So I stumbled across Beauty by Bianca. She's on here. Go follow her. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. I started seeing her live makeup videos. And I used to love to do makeup, and I stopped when I had my boys. And I just, bam, boom, there it went. I felt so inspired. And I just started doing makeup again and practicing and doing it. And I felt good because I would put foundation on to cover. I've had this. I've lived with this since I was 11 years old. Dermatologist. I've tried thousands and thousands of dollars worth of things. Nothing works for me. And it's just my body, my hormones. It's just on overdrive. And I would put foundation on, and that was it, because I wanted to cover this up and go out and live in the society realm of what people want to see, because I feel like people are disgusted by how I look if I don't have makeup. So I really did feel inspired by Bianca, and I hope one day she sees this video. I don't want to tag her or have anybody else. I would be embarrassed. But I hope one day maybe she stumbles across, in this magical realm in my mind, she stumbles across my video. And she's like, wow, I inspired her. And we'll have this conversation and probably drink mimosas or something. I don't know. That's in my mind right now. And I just kept practicing. And then on Instagram, I would post my pictures and my videos. And then I downloaded TikTok and I would do my videos. And, like, people they, like, liked what I was doing. And my makeup looked good. And I was inspiring others to try different things. And I did a winged eyeline tutorial. And it blew people's mind. And it just, like, I was supercharged, like Dragon Ball Z, just on top of the world. It's a high, and it feels good. And that's what I hope my channel inspires. I want to be body positive, just everything. Don't hide and try to conform. And obviously makeup videos. I want to start posting them on here. I want to talk about my kids, my everyday life. I just want to post recipes because I love to cook. And after all that, I started blogging, and I made my own blog, and I'll link it below. And I want to tell people that there's something out there for you. And if you want to do it, go for it. Don't stop yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Don't do it because you think, oh, you're going to get made fun of. Don't you think I thought about that before I started this video? I held myself back from making videos for a long time because I have been called pizza face and every other name in my life. I've been made fun of for so many different things. Like, I could go on and on and on. And I let people get into my mind, and I cared about what they said. But then I went through life, had kids, went through trials of marriage and moving and everything, and just all this that's swirling around in my mind, and it clicked inside my mind that I need to stop. You need to stop caring what other people think. And I just want this channel to be genuine, and people come on and they're like, yeah, Bethany is on today, there's a new video up, go check her out. and just positive, and probably a lot of tie-dye and random Disney things in the background. Like I have a Harry Potter one on my desk right now because that's me. There's no set mold. I was not made in a mold. Like I'm just a rare, like a unicorn. I love everything anime, Disney, whatever jumbled up into one hippie-ish person. That is me. That's not gonna be my channel. So if you don't fit any of that, guess what? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter. You don't have to fit in any of that because you can still watch my channel and come on and talk, and you can comment things in the comment section and I'll answer them. If you have a question or if you have something you want me to do a video, I'm going to listen. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you have to subscribe to my channel and make this many comments. I don't care. Let's just live life together and you can watch me and I can watch you. So that's what my channel is gonna be about. And I'm sorry if this was a bunch of rambling and nonsense, but I wanted you guys to know a little bit about me before I really start rambling and you're confused on this strange blonde-headed lady in a tie-dye shirt with Ariel behind her and a random Harry Potter one. Until next time, folks, stay hippie.